Nothing in this recording is intended as investment advice, and the people in this recording may hold positions in the companies they talk about. Do not make any investment based solely on a tip or recommendation. Please do your own research.
Hello and welcome to Zak's Traders Cafe. Today I'm joined by Giulio Cesareo, who's CEO of Directa Plus. How are you today, Giulio?
Yes, thank you, Zak. Thanks for giving me the chance to present Directa and spend some time with you on the future of the company.
Yes, I think I met Directa at one of the Mellow events many years ago, and it'd be good to have an update after all this time. So just tell us what Directa does.
Well, Directa is one of the main producers of pristine graphene material. And with graphene, I mean this nanomaterial that is nano on the thickness, but is as micro dimension on the XY area. And we have a uniqueness that is that, to my knowledge, we are the only one able to produce this material without any chemistry, because we leverage on a super expansion of natural graphite.
I think the first point there is that graphene, it was a sort of a wonder product some years ago. Has it continued to be a wonder product, and does the market fully understand the opportunity and how good it is?
I think that the market was very excited by the graphene opportunity, and then was started to be a little bit negative. But let me try to make you an example on another carbon material, which is carbon fiber. Roger Bacon, the inventor of carbon fiber, who was a Union Carbide employee, invented in 1958. It took almost 30, 40 years to carbon fiber to widespread industrial use. Graphene was isolated by Gaiman of Ozelov in 2004. In 2018, some companies, including Directa Plus, were able to present the material in a small amount to different verticals. And I expect that despite some skepticism, the material will arrive to the large supply chain between now and the end of 2029. So we are in the final phase of moving into very large supply chain, and this will absorb significant amount of material.
And what is graphene used for?
It's an enabling material. It can go everywhere. I can mention what we are doing with our material, because being a small company, at the end of the day, despite, we developed some consolidated industrial presence, we made some decisions. We are in the environmental arena, and I will give you more details later. We're in the textile. We have significant properties in textile, but is in rubber, is in paints, is in cement, is in plastic, could be utilized in pharmaceutical and medical application. So really, our material is a super additive. And the trick is that by adding a small quantity of this material, we are able to explode the properties of the traditional products, and in many cases also to add new properties. Let me make you an example. We are very well positioned in textile. We are selling textile treated with our graphene, with a kind of planar thermal circuit that give a strong sense of comfort to the people that are utilizing as a polo shirt or jackets our material, because it is able to move the heat of the body from the high temperature to the low temperature parts. So and on the top of this, we discover later, has significant antimicrobial properties. So no odor and less need to wash the textile products.
Recent articles have suggested that graphene could boost the performance of lithium-ion batteries.
You're absolutely right. I think we are working in this area, and the advantage could arrive on the cathode and on the anode. Now we are working on the cathode with an American company, NantG, and we are trying to create a kind of hybrid structure with our graphene covering other material that is used in the cathode, with the goal to drastically increase the time of the battery, the energy in the battery, and charge and discharge with different times the battery.
Right, and just in terms of what's going on at the company at the moment, in February and April, you had a couple of contract wins, which look good. So are you expecting a sort of a greater momentum in contract wins for the rest of the year?
We expect to recover completely what we lost in 2024. We had a drop in sales from 10 million of the 2023 to 6.7. This was driven by different reasons. One was a strategic reason. We decided to abandon in the company we acquired in Romania, that is a service company mainly focused on the oil and gas industry, the low margin contracts. And we had delay in significant opportunity. One was a big steel plant, and another a textile customer in Italy who had a tender on hold for a while. We are now recovering. We are recovering at the proper speed, to the point that the first quarter numbers were 40% higher than the first quarter of last year. We expect to see similar result on the second quarter. So the goal to achieve and to move back to the 10 million turnover sounds absolutely credible with the order portfolio in our hands and with the big order we are starting to get again, mainly out of the environmental arena, where in the 2024 we had 79% of our turnover versus the 21% we had in the textile.
So I think the other point, which is sort of clear at the moment, you've got a market cap of just under 8 million, which, given that you're in a potentially transformational area, seems to be a bit stingy. And also, you do have these potential, contract wins and maybe the battery angle as well. Do you think that at the moment Directa Plus is undervalued, at least in terms of what the potential of the company and potential of graphene is?
No doubt. I think that you mentioned, no doubt that, the entire industry, in a certain sense, is undervalued because was not able really to be aligned with the expectation of the investors. But one very strong signal of hidden value in Directa Plus is our IP portfolio. We have nowadays we have 114 granted patents and 44 pending, divided into 22 families. 4 are covering the production system, and 18 are on products or application. This was one of my decisions as founder to invest since the beginning in IP. And I'm very proud that 107 of these patents, they have my name as inventor or co-inventor. So this is the result of the very detailed work we did on IP since the creation of the company. Now, my task, and is something that I would like to dedicate a lot of time in the next part of the year and in 2026, is to transform this hidden value into cash in some specific areas. I can mention to you two examples. We have graphene that is our main product in environmental. We've granted patent Europe, USA, and China. But we have, for example, membrane with graphene that has a granted patent all over the world. Again, China, USA, and Europe. And both products, one for the environmental, the other textile. Textile, our membrane can be utilized in luxury, but also for the defense need. And the environmental product is one of the best products available to remove hydrocarbon and other pollutants from water.
So it's safe to say, well, at least safe for me to say, that just on the basis of the IP value alone, that is worth perhaps more than the current market cap.
no doubt. And also, let me add another point that is different. The acquisition we made, the full acquisition of Setcar, that is this service company in Romania, has inside significant potential. One is the geopolitical position of Setcar. Setcar is in Braila, on the Danube River, close to a free port, 10 kilometers from the Ukraine border. Could be the perfect hub for the reconstruction of Ukraine. We have 5 acres down there, significant equipment, if not very new, but working pretty well. We have office buildings, so just the value of the land, the equipment cover by far what we spent to acquire the entire company.
Giulio Cesareo, CEO and founder at Directa Plus, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks to you. It was a pleasure to talk with you.